Hi everybody, Diaries from the Queen of Construction. Not looking very queen-like today because I have my exercise kit on, but there you go. It's part of my morning routine to try and keep my bottom within a reasonable size. I was thinking about my podcast, which is called Designing Happiness. And it was an evolution of a podcast I set up with a mate a few years ago. It started out as everyday design, and then it kind of evolved into designing happiness. And I really love making the podcast. I love chatting to people about the industry that I work in. And basically what I do is I just get people on who are experts in their particular field, whatever it might be. It could be to do with, roofing, green roofs, or, creating sculptures, or a quantity surveyor, or whatever it might be. Something to do with the design it, buy it, build it process of doing extensions and renovations. But I've completely drawn back from doing it. And the reason is that because I do it as a thing on the side, and I've got listeners, I think something like 4,500 downloads have occurred, so that's not nothing. But I've been doing it for a number of years, and it's hardly, a massive success. And I've started reaching out to people to look at doing sponsorship for it, which, as with most things, when you're chatting to someone about something, there's just a hypothetical, it's all possible. And the moment you put kind of any financial numbers against it, honestly, it's like Tinder for business. You just suddenly get ghosted, and it's quite difficult to not take that personally. But so I've had a bit of I pulled back from doing it, and I've recorded a load of episodes and have been releasing them slowly. And I've run out of content, so I need to get to the point of doing it. I was like, why am I putting all this pressure on myself? I love doing it. Like, I love making this podcast. I love designing happiness. It's completely authentic to the way that I run my practice. Everything I do is about creating function that resonates with the individual, and that actually is what makes them happy in their home. So I kind of just had to have a bit of a laugh at myself. And I'm going to reach out to a number of people. I'm going to start recording again. There is a cost in doing it. It needs to be edited, it needs to be hosted and uploaded and all that kind of stuff. So it's not free, but I love it. So you know what? Maybe it's never going to be anything like a book that I've published that no one reads. It's going to be another thing that I just put out there, like the Diaries of the Queen of Construction. Clearly, I am not a marketeer. Thank God I am the Queen of Construction, not the Queen of Marketing, because otherwise I think I would be dethroned. But I also realised I love podcasts, and I love some other podcasts, and I just wanted to rattle through what they were, because I think it's really nice sometimes to take stock, isn't it? So an absolute go-to is Feel Better, Live More with Dr. Rangan Chatterjee. He just gets the best guests. Gotta say, every time I listen, I do think, oh my God, there's so many things I need to do. And I probably take like 1% of the knowledge of what his guests talk about, but I love it. Diaries of a CEO is really cool, because that kind of talks to my entrepreneurial side. Love Friday Night Comedy and Comedy of the Week, both BBC podcasts, just because I think those comedians are so intelligent, and I just love their view of the world. How to Fail by Elizabeth Day, I think, is really good. I approached her to be on the podcast. She did not say yes. 99% Invisible is amazing, and it's got like proper, lineage as a podcast. I think they're on like episode 500. It's amazing. Dress Fancy is by a girl that I know, and it's amazing that a podcast is about such a visual medium of kind of outfits and attire, but I really, really love it. And then it's discontinued, which makes me really, really sad, but it's a really nice one if you're going on a long car journey and you want to listen to something. It's Dinner Party Download. So if you ever want to listen to something, it has got something about topical news in it. So because it's now discontinued and you'll be listening to stuff from like 2018, 2017, it's a bit out of date, but the rest of the observations I think are really cute. It's the most magazine style podcast. And then of course my own, Designing Happiness. where I'm gonna start doing loads more of it, and I'll just think, fuck it, I'll just do what I like. And theoretically, even if no one bloody well listens, at least I'm having a good time. So that's the new plan. Thanks for listening today. Don't know if anyone else is listening, but if you are, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.